Hi there, welcome to Dundee Piano. Today we're going to have a look at musical notes and the lengths of those notes. Okay, so we're going to have a look at semi-breves, minimums, crotchets, quavers, semi-quavers, etc, etc, etc. Let's start with a semi-breve. Okay, if you get a circle and squash it, that is worth 4 beats, okay? It's called a semi-breve. And you count up to 4 when you play a note that looks like this. Okay? Semi-breve. Like a semicircle, but it's a full circle when it's squashed. Right, if we half it to get 2 beats, we just put a tail on it, like that. Yeah, and that's called a minim. Minim, like a minimum. Okay. To half that again, we simply fill it in. Oh, I think I'm going to need a bigger pen. Fill that in to make it a 1-beat note, okay? And they call that a crotchet, like crochet, but it's a crotchet. So that's a 1-beat. Okay. Right, and then we're going to half it again. Let's add a tail to it. Yeah, and that makes it half a beat. And you call that a quaver. It's probably my favourite name. A quaver. That's a half beat, okay? With 1 tail. Now, here's the thing. If you add another tail, it becomes a half of a half, which is a quarter. And you call that a semi-quaver. Got it? And just for info, if you half it again, you add another tail, and half of a half of a half is an eighth, and that's a demi-semi-quaver. But anyway, we'll leave that for now. So, in summary, the more tails and beams you add to notes, the shorter they get. And the more open they are, the longer they get. So here's the little summary here. A 4-beat note, add a tail to it, it's a 2. Fill that in, and it becomes simply a 1. Okay. Add a tail to that, another beam or another tail, then it becomes a half. And then add 1 more tail to that, and a half of a half is a quarter beat, or a semi-quaver. Now, how do you get a 3, you wonder? Well, what do? We add a little dot to a 2-beat, and that gives you a 3-beat. We call that a dotted minim. And hey, how do you get a 1.5? You give yourself, a 1. In fact, let's put it over here. You give yourself a full 1-beat note, yeah, and then you put a dot on it, and that'll be 1.5. That's a dotted crotchet. There we go. And the same goes with a 3/4 note. To get one of them, you have a half beat with a tail and a dot, and that's 3/4. Okay. Generally speaking, if you have a dot, it adds 50% of the note to itself. So 1 becomes 1.5, half becomes 3/4, 2 becomes 3, etc, etc. Now finally, before we go, if you need to put together some of these short notes, like the half beat notes, if you want to join 2 of them together and have a half playing with another half, you can actually tag them or tail them together with a beam like that one. Okay. And if you want to get a group of quarter notes together, you can also add beams to those. So if we've got 4 quarters like that, we can double tail them. And you have 4 quarters in a row. Okie dokie. So in summary, you can go all the way from 4 to 2 to 1 to half to quarter, just by how many tails they have or how open the notes are. Anyway, thank you for watching, and check out more soon at dundeepiano.co.uk. Bye for now.